We were on again, off again for 6 years. Every time we were off, and sometimes during the on, he would run back to the same woman.
Do with the fact that men no longer court women. Just get exposed to this at such a young age. It basically teaches them to unwillingly sexualize everything and
went out to China, found a girl for him, and decided to marry. He's proposing to her.
I don't think I would tell the girlfriend. I've just had so many experiences or know so many people that have told the girlfriend and the girlfriend doesn't do anything.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
This is the story of why my ex-fiance kicked me out at 4 o'clock in the morning. Buckle up. For context leading up to the night, here's what you need to know. We were on again, off again for 6 years. Every time we were off, and sometimes during the on, he would run back to the same woman. This woman has a child that does not belong to him. One of our off periods was for a full year, and I'm the one that broke no contact. The reason I broke no contact is because I had a really bad health scare. I thought I was getting ready to check up out of here, so I extended an olive branch simply to say, you know what, I don't hate you, I don't dislike you. I want to clear my slate if I'm getting ready to go. And as two people who were still deeply in love with each other, things just fell and spilled over. I should have known better. We decided after very deep and productive conversations that, you know what, you're my person, I'm your person, I love you, you love me. We were already getting ready to get engaged, so we was like, you know what, let's go ahead and do it. In one of those deep conversations, we both agreed.
She lying. Now, you already know she pulled that. I think she said, getting out of here, right? I think your love can heal me. I think your love can save me. I think you the special one. Let's continue.
Agreed, hey, we don't need any outside influence, so if you got a Rolodex, cut them off. I got a Rolodex, cut them off. So I bust that move, called up my Rolodex like, hey, over with, I'm getting ready to get married. He, on the other hand, had told me that he needed to handle his situation in his own time. Red flag number 2 and 3, guys. Our communication had always been trash, but we were having such healthy conversations. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let you do that. So half this stuff is moved into this man's apartment. One of my people in my Rolodex, his grandmother had died. I had been with this man for 7 years. I knew his grandmother. I was close with her. I sent a text and we had a phone conversation, sending my condolences. So one night we're having a great evening. We make dinner. We have drinks. I'm drunk, right? And I decided to go to sleep because I'm tired. He comes in at around 2 a.m. to tap me on my shoulder real gently like, hey, babe, can you wake up? We need to talk about something. I guess I fell back asleep because the second time he came in, he said, I need to talk to you now. So I shuffled to the living room, eyes halfway open, pissed off, but not expressing it because at this point, I really just want to see what's going on, so I go back to sleep. I sit down and his first question is, are you still talking to any of your exes? So with all the circumstances surrounding this, you telling me that after we had a conversation that we're going to cut off our Rolodex and you decided to double back on what you said and said, let me go ahead and take care of this myself. This is the woman with the baby, mind you. Putting all this together in my head, and I'm like, I really just want to go back to sleep. So my answer was no. Because I'm also checking your gangster to see if you've been in my mother's phone. To which he responds, stop lying. To which I respond as calmly as I'm talking to you right now. Yes, I did contact one of my exes.
I wonder why they left.
Now, instead of taking into account of why I reached out to him, now it's oh, you're a liar, you're untrustworthy. And at 2 in the morning, hungover, essentially, I don't want to escalate the situation. I just want to go back to sleep, which I say, can we hold this conversation until tomorrow? I just like to go back to sleep. Nah, he didn't let me go back to sleep. Every time I would try to walk past him to go into the room, he would keep shoulder bumping me. He kept cornering me. Even when I got to the room and tried to lay down, he would snatch the covers off the bed. Just a whole mess. I'm still not trying to engage or escalate. That is until he decides to then confess in that moment that he should not have been Captain Save-A-Ho and that he should have just stayed with old girl and a little girl and she's the better choice, better option, all this other crazy. He proceeded to tell me that I don't deserve anything and he snatches the diamond necklace that he had gave me off of my neck. and then told me I could go. Even though I don't have an apartment to go back to. So if I'm gonna be out of sleep and out of a home, now I'm not proud of this, and I do not condone violence, but baby, I tore that apartment off something serious. And then he proceeded to call my mother and my sister, and they came and got me and all of my stuff. The best part is that when they got there, he told them, I don't want her to leave. I just wanted her to stop tearing up my stuff. He turned into the little shy, timid rabbit that he always turns into whenever my family is around.
Well, he did it to me. You're not finna get no award for that, and your child finna be a statistic. So, what are we talking about?
Even though he was just a big bully a minute ago.
The bad boys will allow, you're able to say, girl, I was Tyrone, he in the streets. Yeah, he took me out. It was exciting. There's the excitement side. But then there's always, if this doesn't work out with Tyrone, I have a story where Tyrone was the one that did me wrong.
I don't wish that experience on my worst enemy, but I will say that it helped me to become the person that I am today. And if you made it this far, I'm never telling this story again.
So sounds like that's her husband now. You shouldn't have told the story in the first place. That's one of them things you said is like, okay, we had our little spats and this was that spat. You need to tell it to the world. That's like I go through a spat right now with my wife here. And she gets on TikTok and tells it to you guys. I'm gonna look at her like she has 15 heads. Seriously. She gets online and goes, yeah, I feel like I need to tell this to so and say in Tagalog, right? Even though I can translate that. I don't speak Tagalog, but I can get that translated. Like, why are you telling it to the world? See, that's the social media girls. The man got a wife. Be careful. Them girls that spill all your information on TikTok and Facebook, be careful.
So we all know in 2024 the dating scene kind of sucks, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that men no longer court women. Men no longer pursue women the way they used to. Think about The Notebook. Think about the way that Noah pursued Allie from the second he saw her. That literally doesn't happen anymore.
This is not a fairy tale.
Maybe like 5% of the time. So these are my theories as to why the dating scene is like that. First of all, I think that the music we've listened to growing up has really affected this. I think that rap music has had such a negative impact.
We are perfectly normal.
On men and on the dating scene, because if you listen to rap music and you listen to the way that these guys refer to women, they basically just talk about them like they're objects for and they're really not useful for anything else. Like there's
I think this girl, she's a little young. I don't know if she's heard certain songs. Like, I don't know if she's listened to Snoop Dogg in the 90s, saying but hoes and tricks, 304s and tricks. I don't know if she listened to Two Live Crew. She doesn't know about that stuff, right? Rap has been that way. It's not that. It's what women are doing. That's facts. Because if women were still the same way, men would still be getting married in record numbers.
not useful for anything else. Like there's literally zero respect for women in these songs. The second thing is pornography, and unfortunately a lot of boys get exposed to this at such a young age, and it drastically affects the way their brains view women.
Someone to blame.
It basically teaches them to unwillingly sexualize everything and every woman that they come across, basically just viewing them as objects for instead of as actual human beings. It also makes it harder for them to be in a committed relationship because they're used to seeing different girls every single time they watch this. They lose appreciation for a woman's body and just for her as a human being because they have such easy access to naked women. They don't need to court women in order to see these things, so they stop courting women in real life too.
No, that's not why. Because women are watching corn too. Women love corn. Not in the same numbers as men, but it's still bad all around. I'm going to stop her there because she's going kind of deep into it. But still, what's going on is the unbelievable expectations. They want the knight in shining armor. And also on top of that, he has to be making a certain amount. He has to be a certain height. He has to drive a certain car. All these extras in it. Like before, it was the knight in shining armor. So it's a sprinkle. Now it's a knight in shining armor, sprinkle. 100,000, another sprinkle. 6'5", another sprinkle. Trust fund.
I'm looking for a man in finance with trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes.
Blue eyes. 6'5", blue eyes, right? Like that song that girl made.
Finance, trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes.
That's what women want, and it's getting out of hand. And what's really going on is a lot of men are checking out. Blame it on yourselves. Independent girl boss, that movement has won. And this is what you got now.
Count how many times she shows her body on Instagram. Divide that by 1. If that number's more than 1, she's not wife material. Why should she be showing herself to strangers? It's a strange thing to do, right?
Yeah. Not only that, there's a lot more reasons, a lot more things that make up to why a woman is not wife material. Tons more. But that is one of them. This brother then went out to China, got this girl, found a girl for him, and decided to marry. He's proposing to her. So, with seeing this here, it doesn't look like guys have stopped approaching women. It's like guys are starting to go their own way and find
something feminine and delicate.
Women who are willing to get in their program and find women who are willing to love them for them. Because I'll tell you this, over there where he went in the land of Shangye, there are a lot of women that it's just like over here sometimes. A lot. But guys are still finding women to get in their program. Guys are still finding women in all these countries outside of the West. Why is that? Because yes, China is very much like the West. You see it all over the place. Just not quite. And even feminism is everywhere, but just not quite like the US. So even though women have that independent woman attitude, it's not like the US. It's everywhere. I'll be real. No matter where you go, still not the same.
There's this guy at my work, right? And when I first started, he was so nice. Literally was like, hey, like, whatever. How's your day? He wasn't like exactly like that, but like, whatever. He was just really nice, really friendly, cool people. Okay? He told another coworker, oh my God, I like her. Like, tell her and then let me know how she's feeling. She told me. I said, man's is not my type. I come into work the next day. I'm thinking everything's fine, everything's cool, everything's great. Literally, man's ignores my presence. I'm not even there. I'm air. I'm like a ghost. This man will not make eye contact with me. He will not acknowledge my presence. And he literally, like, it's like I'm non-existent. Okay, cool. Like, that's the vibe we're on now. Okay, cool.
That man stood on business.
See, this is what happened. And as the guy was about to explain, he definitely stood on business. You told the man no. He's not going to go into friend zone mode. Yes, he works with you. That doesn't mean he has to speak with you. He'll be cordial. Say if it's a job like you worked at McDonald's and you serving fries, he's making burgers, he'll pass you the burger, right? But that's not the case. They probably really don't need to speak. They're in totally different departments, different managers, real quiet. And also on top of that, I'm surprised he decided to speak with you. Because look what the woman in pink was just saying a little while ago. Men aren't talking. Men are talking at work because that's what they do all the time. Men are only, a lot of times they're only going to work, putting their focus on something that they can see. And why did he talk to her? Because a man spends most of his time at work. Same thing with a woman. So that's where he's going to try to build a relation at, I guess. I wouldn't do it, but that's where he's going to try to do it at. But still, the man don't need to be a friend. You already let him know. Now you're in your feelings. If you're in your feelings, say, hey, look, I'm sorry about what I said. I really do like you. If that's not the case, let the man be.
Slept with a dude who didn't tell me he had a girlfriend, tell the girlfriend, or take it to the grave. What would Jazzy do? Take that to the grave, baby girl. I don't think I would tell the girlfriend. I would literally cut off all ties with the dude. And I've just had so many experiences or know so many people that have told the girlfriend and the girlfriend doesn't do anything. And then they're just stuck in this relationship with this.
That's her. She's been the second girl before. And it probably is with a baller dude too, or a dude she's seen with a nice car, went at him. Those guys got girlfriends and wives, right? She been through it. She's an expert. She's talking about her.
And now they're her. And yes, do I think the girlfriend deserves to know? Yeah, but he should be the one to tell her. I don't think that you should get involved.
You can't make this up.
I don't see you in the wrong if you absolutely didn't know. Like, if you didn't know he had a girlfriend and you slept with him and it was like a one-night stand and then you found out he has a girlfriend, you're not the bad person here. He is. But if you knew ahead of time, then yeah, that kind of makes you a bad person. But, well, not a bad person. It just, that's okay. But if you didn't know and then you find out later on, just let it go. Just don't entertain that dude anymore because now you know he's a shitty dude. But personally, I wouldn't just like reach out to the girlfriend and be like, hey man, I slept with your boyfriend. Because I don't know. And I know everyone has different scenarios. That's what I'm saying. Everyone would do things differently. But you guys are asking me what I would do. And that's what I would do.
But she's probably done it in the past. And I hate to make it all about her, but a lot of women do this. And she's pretty. And a lot of those women that have that pretty privilege like her understand the game. She probably had sugar babies. She probably was a sugar baby in the past. The guy had a wife. She knew. Shh, keep that quiet. But she's right somewhat, though. Women shouldn't be out there trying to ruin a man's life. They should just leave him alone. That's not the case, though. That's not the case. Most women are going to say something, just like she probably did before, hoping that wife leaves him and they come back. Most of the time, the wife's never going to leave. So just drop it and leave it alone. Yeah, guys, but thank y'all for watching. Before I leave, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And always, guys, remember, there's definitely more to life. See you next video.
This is the way.
Passport, bro. Passport. No.
So he's coming.